Thomas Nagel, and I choose his book that the title is The Possibility of Altruism. So, first and foremost, I would like to give some introduction about my papers, which is The Possibility of Altruism by Thomas Nagel. So, in a world where many people seem to care mostly about themselves, saying that some people do nice things just to help others and really important. This idea goes against the common belief that most people are only interested in what they can get for themselves. And it shows that some people genuinely want to be kind. And in our society right now, where more people are becoming distrustful and doubtful, realizing that there are truly good actions can make us trust their other more, feel or more connected. Also saying that real kindness insists that has impact on different areas like ethics, what's right and what's wrong, psychology, how our minds work, we may, or sociology rather, how we live together, in public policy, the rules and the laws we make. It changes how we see human nature and why we do good things. So that thing about this topic not only makes our decisions about philosophy richer, but also show us a way to have a kinder and more peaceful society. Thus, in my paper, I affirm that the people generally perform acts of kindness slowly to benefit others without any personal expectations or gains. So, this is my to make it summary or brief about my introduction. The altruism talks about how we help other people or about our self-interest. Either we help other people, there is a reward because we help the people, or we help because that's my or our characteristic or personality, that we really help without asking or thinking that there is a reward or we can gain something about that person or the people. So first, I have this is my thesis rather. I agree that people genuinely perform acts of kindness solely to benefit others without any personal expectation or gains. Just like what I said before, earlier, that people have that I agree that people generally perform acts of kindness even there is no rewards or something that we can gain in order to satisfy ourselves. So first, I have main point number one. According to Lecce and Ryans, people naturally want to do things that are in line with their values and make them feel fulfilled. Let us say for example, I give example, or in the simple terms, people help because they genuinely want to help others, not for rewards or recognition that people can see me or so or just pretending that I'm genuinely help other people. So this is my first point, which is according also to Dicey and Ryans. And the second main point is According to Batson empathy altruism hypothesis, people demonstrate that sincere acts of kindness can result from unadulterated altruism because they are motivated by a genuine concern for other people welfare, and are prepared to make personal sacrifices to assist others. Mm, let us say my brother, or me and myself. I help other people or I help my brother without thinking about what I get in return. Just like similarities, which is my main point. First slide, that people naturally want to do things that are in line with their values and make them feel fulfilled. Just like what I said earlier in this main point, um, people people help without asking in return, or there is no expectation. Just like there is a in line, or there is similarities about Batson and DJ Ryans, that I help my brother or other people without thinking about that. I help this person, or I help my brother because I believe that I can get something reward, or there's a reward, or I can gain something about this specific person. So this is the same with my example earlier. So this is my main point number three, which is according to Graham et al. Kindness and compassion are seen as virtues in a wide variety of cultures and moral systems. So let us make it simple by using example. So for example, people who uphold these principles may perform perform deeds of kindness without any expectation or reward or recognition, just because he thinks it is the right thing to do. This main point number three is the same, or there is a similarity also in my first main point and the second main point, which is people help without expectation or without recognition to other people, that or pretending, we make it simple word or brief, to pretend to other people that I am a kindness person. So moving on from these main points, I have also there's also objections about my main point, which is the first one is objection number one from failing in late, which is their study. It is asserted that a social compact or expectation or reciprocity underlies many acts of kindness. So let us say um, that when someone does something that seems kind without expecting anything in return, they might actually hope to get something in the future of being kind. Let us make my example simple term. For example, me, I help my brother because I believe that in the future, if my brother becomes successful, I can get something for him. It's because I help him. That is one of the objection that Flynn Lane stated about the altruism, the possibility of altruism. Mm, and the second objection, which is according to Batson, people who carry out deeds of kindness may still gain psychological advantages or improve their reputation as a result. So, let us say that acts really kind, but deep down they still feel happy about it or want others to think they are a nice person. This makes them feel better than themselves, which is like a personal reward. To make it simple word of my example, let us say that person do this one or help the people or a specific person, it because it makes them feel better rather, that they can help other people. But in the other hand, there is like mindset that they can get something personal reward. I help this person because I believe, for example, I help this person because I believe that I can get something about him or her for my personal reward. So that is the second objection, which is about according to Batson. And my third objection is according to Siandene and Goldstein, people could carry out such deeds out of a sense of obligation to live up to social expectations rather than genuine desire to serve. So just try to imagine that. Try to imagine, for example, me here in the seminary. Some of us, my brothers, we have a different circle of friends here in the seminary. So me, I have a friend that my circle of friends very kindness because they help the charity, they did something once a month. This is a for example. They help they help once a month to charity to give something. So me as not necessarily now the friends, but me that I don't really want to give, but I force to give in order that I include this group of what I have, or I can say that I belong to this group. It because I'm here, or I include this circle of friends, so that I do this also in order that I belong myself, or I belong to this group. That so that the people saw or see us that this specific or this circle of friends, they are so generous, or they are so kindness because they help the charity, even though the small things or the small blessings that we give to the charity. So that is the three objections that I gave or that I learned from my papers, which is also from my research. So moving on, there is also answer about this objection. So first is according to Flynn and Clay, manner is a well-known, even currently person appear through have been performing welfare when the time to come. So this is also similar to the my main point, or to the first objection, which is people doing nice, or to answer the first objection na people doing nice things without expecting anything right away, but maybe maybe wishing for a favor or return later on. This is one of my answer about to the objection number one, which is even though I'm doing nice, or the people doing nice, but we cannot prevent that we can speak something that we can there is or we cannot avoid that. We can think that I hope that this person give me something later on after I help him or her. So that is one of my answer to objection number one. And to objection number two, this is my objection number two according to Batson. This is also from Batson. People perform kind action it because they can perceive good regarding themselves together with a glance greater into others. This means, in particular, their strength acquires characteristic fulfillment together with a greater position as they assume they're performing it equally and have been kind. So let us say, Ramir. Ramir helps take care for animals here in this scenario, because we have a chicken and dogs here in this scenario. So let us say Ramir take care of them. Ramir take care of them. It makes him feel good inside, but he also noticed that others think possibility or possibly of them for being a kind and helpful. So this is something like Ramir doing this, doing or take care the animals, because he observed that some of my brothers or the priests or the sisters, they saw me as a good person or a kind or a helpful person because I take care for them, for the animals. So Ramir, it feel better, or it feel like better, because there is a good feedback that he received from his action. So that is one of my answer to objection number two. And for my objection number three, this one. According to Kennedy, I'm not sure how to pronounce this one, and Goldstein, initiate a certain social demand, and her influence can influence how charitable human being exists. Occasionally, individuals act kindly for the reason that they perceive they possess, through and frequently in view of the act or of the fact that they honestly desire to. So, let us, for example, in Xavier University, we have, or for example, since our studying subject, we have activity which is by group. Let us say um, me thinking a small project which is our STP, me as a student decides to help my companions or my group mates with our work, or let us say that I help other group to their work or to their project. Then me, I might do this because they don't want to feel out, or because they see others doing, or they saw me doing this. Just like pretending also what I said earlier about my main point, that I'm doing this. I help the other group for my newspaper project. I help other group. It because I want them to show me or to see me that I'm a kind person. I am a good person, generous person, helpful person. It's because I help them. That what Kennedy and Goldstein made to in order to other people saw or see me that I am a good person or helpful person. I need to initiate a topic or initiate an action so that they notice me as a good, or they saw me a good person, or they have a good feedback about my action. Even though that I didn't help my group, but I choose to help other group in order that this group they have a good feedback for me. So that is my three answer to my objections, which is about these three objections that I mentioned earlier. So moving on, I have also this one, reflection. To reflect my answer number one, also from the research by Glenn and Lake, it made me imagine regarding my virtue of what even concurrently people become visible and to exist, performing good action in the absence of look forward to anything within give back. They be allowed literally exist in secret expect as long as a few kind regarding people or advantage to reward toward a lower position the thoroughfare. So this is one of my reflection about to answer number one. To make it brief, it made me imagine regarding my virtue of what being, of what even currently people become visible into exist, perform good action. So this is one of my reflections about the answer, the answer number one. So in that, my reflection to answer number two, which is the paper for Batson's, the paper of Batson's point, it for me imagine regarding how regarding how people perform kindness actions that satisfy both person performing them, together with how to further glimpse them. So it makes me realize that how people perform kindness action, because sometimes there's other people perform actions by pretending, just like I help them because there's a reward, just like what I discussed earlier. So this is my second reflection about to the answer number two. And moving on is reflection number three from Nagel and Goldstein research, which is it it filled me how the impact regarding others together with the demand through sustainable within can influence how unselfish people are. From time to time, people act kind actions infrequently for the reason that they actually desire to nevertheless in view of the fact that they seem similar to they must. So to make it summary brief, to answer the reflection number three, it filled me realize that people can influence also, or me myself, if I'm doing altruism, I can influence also other people to become being unselfishness or unselfish people. I can help them or influence them. So that is my reflection number one, number three rather. So moving on, in my conclusion, to conclude my papers for this discussion, um, the discussion regarding sincerely kindness within a world frequently intent on self-interest is both informative together with interesting. It protests the familiar faith that certain people are essentially handled by self-interest along with featuring the existing as regards authentic actions towards kindness. So this is my conclusion that even though we perform altruism or not, but we can also we can also do we can do like even I do authentic actions or I do because there is a reward. So in my conclusion, to make it brief, to my self-interest, I'm doing authentic actions towards my kindness because sometimes that we do we we do this action but it is not relying to our being or to our kindness if doing this if we are doing this kind um, or action it's like being pretending, so it's better that I'm doing this action that in line towards my kindness or towards my attitude being helpful, generous, and kindness person. So, a particular are achieved completely to gain others, externally several assumptions about personal achievement. This aspect strengthens confidence along with relation amongst human beings within a society where skepticism as well as confusion are enhancing more common. So it's like what I said earlier that in order to achieve or completely gain of what we have, to achieve a personal achievement, to achieve my personal achievement, I need to act that in line to my attitude or to my kindness or being generous person. So this is also moving on because I would like to share my personal application for insight number one. So insight number one is I just focus of self-reflection. I will commonly reflect about my own desire when doing affairs about kindness. Am I performing it essentially toward helping others, or am I hoping for substance within take back even where it's equitable personal contentment. Self-awareness has a tendency to give assistance to me to coordinate my behavior for their firmly along authentic algorithm. So this is my personal application for my insight number one. So that in line to my self-awareness, self-awareness that has a way to, or this is my way to achieve the authentic algorithm. So being performing important or essential toward helping others without pretending that I am a good person. So in my insight number two, empathy and understanding. So that is my focus of my insight number two. I have a tendency to endure additional compassion along with being considerate with regard to others' behavior, rather regarding jumping to conclusions through their desire. I have a tendency to think about the chance a particular person will be allowed to possess several reasons as long as their action along with social merit or personal achievement. This has a tendency to assist me and encourage greater relationships. So just like being judgmental person, so this insight number two, I don't need to be judgmental or other people call me judgmental. It's like what I need to first reflect or understand this person, why she or her doing this kind of action, because I believe that to judge person without knowing the truth is just like the same like I am a judgmental person. So this is my second insight that first I need to know the reason why she or her doing this one and not jumping to conclusion that I don't know the reason but I judge him or her without knowing the truth. So this is my third insight, which is promoting a kind environment. I have a habit of diligently contributing through making an environment that inspires sincere kindness, even if it is to work as a choice within my community. I'll keep up the action and prioritize affairs about kindness beyond hope for the one. So since here in the seminary we have all that community life. So being this kind of life that we have, a community life, I need first to prioritize or I keep up my actions in order to we can like let's say we can belong to this community, because sometimes me and myself I can commit also bad actions without knowing that I hurting other people. So I need to be aware of my actions here in the seminary, because we the SME seminarians we have a community life, which is we need to take care of each other as a community. So this is to end my papers or to end my discussion. I have one also question that can reflect all of you who watching right now. How do cultural and moral values influence an individual's motivation to perform acts of kindness without any expectation or personal gain or recognition as discussed in the paper? So try to imagine or reflect this question. in our daily lives we can apply this learning that I shared to you, then I hope that this discussion or this yeah, this is my discussion about the altruism that can help you to apply this from your daily life. And in order to apply that one, try to reflect this question. But while you are reflecting this question, I have also answered about this question that I made. So to answer this question, allow me to read my answer. Um, Culture and moral values affects why some might do kind things without wanting anything in return. In different societies and belief systems, being kind and compassionate esteems as a good thing. So when people hold these values, they might do nice deeds just because they believe it's the right thing to do, not because they want praise or rewards. These values can make them genuinely want to help others, even when no one is watching or giving them credit. It's like an inner compassion guiding them to be kind without needing anything in return. So that is my answer about this question. So I hope that you have learned something about my discussion about altruism, the possibility of altruism, and I hope that through this discussion or sharing or my lecture, I hope that you can apply this to your daily life because this is my topic. My topic is relevant to the society right now, and because we cannot judge the people without knowing the truth, and that we all thinking.